Okay, let's talk about bearings. Bearings are either expressed as a true bearing or a compass bearing. So we'll talk about each of these so that you will understand what they are about. So let's start with compass directions. Now I'm sure every single one of you has seen a compass before, our north, south, our east and our west, or some people like to remember it as never eat soggy Weet Bix, whatever you like. There are three things that you need to remember when it comes to working with compass directions. First of these is that you have to identify the angle, and if the angle is being measured from the north up the top or from the south. The next important part of it is the size of the angle itself. And the last part is about whether the angle is being measured towards the direction of the east or towards the direction of west. Here's an example. It's easier to see it when you have an example in front of you. I want to know, I want to draw a line at south 20 degrees east. So I would draw up my compass directions. I would draw up my north, south, my east and my west. Once I have drawn up my north, south, east and west, I look at what direction am I starting in? Well, for here, I'm starting in south. I'm then going 20 degrees towards the east direction, and then I would orientate on the origin, and I would draw in the line. I'll do one for you on this screen here so that you can see how that actually looks in practice. Here I have my compass. You'll, of course, need a protractor. You'll need to have your protractor with you so that you can use that. So, once again, I will need to determine where it's starting from. So I'm starting from my north direction. I'm going to need to be able to measure 40 degrees towards east. So I know it's going to be over in this quadrant over here somewhere. So I can grab my protractor. I can put it on the origin. I'll have to rotate this so that I can measure my 40 degrees. That looks pretty good for what I would like. I'm then going to start counting from north and go towards west. 40 degrees is right here. So I'm going to grab my straight line and I'm going to draw it out so that it is at, I lost it a little bit at the end there. I'll fix that up. I'll draw that out at 40 degrees. I'll then move my compass out of the way. And I can put the rest of this in. I draw in my little arrows to show that they're heading in that direction, and I can even represent that this is 40 degrees in here from there to there. Okay, so that's compass directions. That's how you read those. Let's move on to the next type. Our next type of measuring is our true bearings. True bearings are always measured from north. They're always measured in a clockwise direction, and they are always expressed in 3 digits. Okay, so even if it's a 2-digit number or a 1-digit number, you just put zeros in front of them. So let's have a look at an example. Here is an example of a true bearing. We have 60 degrees true. So you can see we've started from north. We measured around 60 degrees, and I drew my line in. Okay, let me do one on the screen with you here. You'll note I already have my compass ready to go. Very handy little tool. Protractor. I keep saying compass, but I mean protractor. Hopefully you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, here is my protractor. I need to measure from north. But interestingly enough, I kind of know with this one that going from north to east is 90 degrees. And going from east to south is another 90 degrees. So that's already 180 degrees. So if I do a little bit of quick maths, 250 minus 180, well, there'll be 0 there. I have to borrow 1 from there. 15, 8, that'll be a 7. So all I need to do is measure 70 degrees further than south. So I'll get my protractor and I will need to rotate it so that I have the ability to measure from south, and I will measure 70 degrees. So we'll rotate that. I'll get my line. I will measure from south, so I'm measuring on the inside numbers, around to 70. I need to grab my ruler and I can rule in my line at really 250 degrees. Once I get rid of my protractor, this number, this line here, once I put it in, it really is 250 degrees true. And I'm measuring from north and I am measuring all the way around to there. That's 250 degrees. Okay, so that's bearings. That's true bearings. That is also compass directions. Okay?